What's up everyone? Just here for a quick Pokemon sesh with everyone. I've been wanting to do this video specifically for a while. This is, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but Cerys Jones deck. Again, with the Henry Chow one, I don't know who made the deck specifically. It's just, she's the most notable player. She's the most notable player here to do well with this deck. So yeah, forgive me if I get the deck wrong. It's alright, like the deck creator wrong. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. But, Cerys Jones, I wanted to make a video on this one for a while, so it's a bit delayed, sorry about that, because it's just been so much. First, like, Henry Chow wins. Sorry, Jesus. Alright. First, Henry Chow wins, and then the next week we have Brent Tonneson winning with Gardevoir. So that's two back-to-back weekend big tournaments that we get, and then we get another one the week after. Another Gardevoir wins. It's just like Gardevoir, and it's like boom, boom, boom. And I've been wanting to make this video, but I've like kind of had to make the other videos, and this one just kind of slipped by. So this one's 3 weeks old because that event was 3 weeks ago. But anyway, I wanted to do this one for one reason, and that's because I think it's actually, this deck is actually really good into Gardevoir. It does quite well. And the thing is, the other reason is this deck was an outlier in the Dragapult scene. So if you have a look, there were a few people running it, so like people were aware of this deck. It was running around, but the main thing is it has no Dust Noir line in the deck. Completely done away with that, just going for Dragapults and Badoos and the Monkey Dory, and so that's how it spreads its damage around. So it doesn't do any big wombo combo of boom, I'm going to take 5 prizes by blowing up all these Dust Noirs like the normal one does. But it just plays a bit more methodical, a bit more straightforward, just spreading damage around, relying on Dragapult's high health, and the fact that it normally can't get OHKO'd. It's quite hard. You can maybe OHKO it once, but then the second one, a lot of decks will struggle to do that for the second time. So it kind of, it's also really good into the mirror matchup, which is why it did very well, because you're getting the mirror matchup. Like, let's talk about this deck. Yeah, this deck is massive. This deck is, not this specifically, Dragapult is the what some people call BDIF, best deck in format. I don't know if it is the best deck in format because it's been underperforming recently, but up until very recently it definitely was. That's undisputed, you can't just deny that. There's so much of it. Like, every tournament was having at least like 25% Dragapults, you know? Like, everyone's playing Dragapult. It's in some way, shape or form, Dragapult's going to be there. A quarter of all your matches for a tournament, you're going to like play 10 rounds. Easy 3 of them are going to be Dragapult. So you almost guaranteed to at least run into 2 to 3 Dragapults in an event. Most likely you're probably going to hit more. But that's just how it is. And you need stuff for the mirror matchup. Like, the Dust Noir is fine, but it's kind of like whoever gets the first prize wins, you know? Like, in that matchup, it's like whoever gets their Dust Noir out before the opponent just KOs it with the Phantom Dive is going to win. So you eliminate that by taking the Dust Noir out. You eliminate that liability in the mirror matchup, and you just swap it with Monkey. Monkey can't be taken out by the Dragapults in an attack. The Duskulls are 60. They can get taken out, and they often do get taken out. If you get a Duskull down, and you don't get a chance to evolve it, and your opponent gets their Dragapult out, then you're just done. Like, it's probably game over from there, with this build in particular, which is the stock standard one, or at least it used to be a stock standard. So let's talk about this for a second. Here's the deck list. The main notable differences are, let's see if I can like do a split. Can I do a split? Take it, yes, there we go. So here we have Andrew Hendrick, same Atlanta regionals, but look how many people are playing this. This is definitely the most popular version. Sorry, my cat's come to bug me. Always does it whenever I hit record. This is the most popular version of the deck. Well, at the time, 3 weeks ago. Again, it's late, sorry. But 3 weeks ago, this is what everyone was running. Majority of people were running this in some way, shape, or form with the Dust Noir. Not too many people were running the Monkey Dory version without it. You see 16 Pokemon over 21. You completely get rid of these 5 here, which frees up heaps. So we even run an extra energy. So we run an extra luminous energy to enable both of them, because we drop 1 fire for a darkness to enable Monkey Dory's ability, right? And then we add a luminous in case we can't get the darkness energy, or we can't get one of these. Can't get a psychic, can't get a fireness. A luminous energy is quite tippy toppy, if you ask me. It's one of the big differences. The other one is surprisingly Brock Scouting. A lot of people were unsure about Brock Scouting, but I think it's quite genius, really. Basically, when you get in these stalemates with Badoos and neither of you can play any items, if your opponent's not set up, well, they can't go buddy poffin. They can maybe jack to get evolutions, but if they don't have 2 Dreepies out or more, then they're kind of screwed. They need the buddy poffins to get the Dusclops out, the Duskull, sorry, and the Dreepies out. If you are going first in, if you're going second, your turn 1, and it's very easy to get a Badoo out. Like both decks were running 2 Badoos. It's very easy to get that out. Boom, you just shut it down. So we've turned to Brock Scouting here. Brock Scouting, it was memed on for a while, but it's kind of necessary because it is a buddy poffin in supporter form, and it has the added benefit of being, if you don't have if you already have your bench out, you can just go get your Dracloak for free without a need to use an Ultra Ball or anything that could get item locked, or get your Dragapult, whatever you want. Boom, it's there. And to back me up on this, Brock Scouting, because you might be going, yeah, whatever, back me up. Let's go to the latest decks. The latest top performing deck, lo and behold, 2 more Brock Scouting. It just does really well. This was in Milwaukee. Only Makani Tran was running this specific one, but a lot of them look very similar to this now. A lot of them are running the monkeys. We've opted for this one. I haven't actually looked. I don't know if they're all running 3 Luminous at the moment. I think it's a good play, really. It's just so good, the Luminous. It activates everyone. Because that's another awkward thing. You need 1 fire and 1 psychic to be able to use Dragapult, right? It's just very awkward if you are getting 2 fires or 2 psychics, you know? You don't have a lot in here, apart from the Crispin, which looks like this is actually dropped. So there wasn't even any Crispin in the standard build either, which is awkward, which is like, how did this do so well without Crispin, you wonder? Cerys, she was running 2 Crispin, which gets exactly what you need as well. It's just consistency, really good. The other reason why I think this is really good into sorry, did I finish making my point? I think I went a bit sidetracked there. But basically, a lot of the new decks, a lot of the new Dragapults that are actually doing well now, are these Monkey Dory ones, which is why I think the Cerys deck was a bit of a pioneer, and which is why I wanted to make a video on it. Obviously, decks were running Monkey Dory and stuff before this, but this one in particular, with Monkey Dory, with Brock Scouting, with Crispin, I think it was sick, really sick. And it, in fact, almost took Henry Chow out. Like, if we go back, this is the last minutes of the game. Not going to play it for, like, copyright reasons or whatever. I don't know how that works. I don't know if the official Pokemon channel's good or bad on that, but I'm just not going to chance it. We had Henry Chow's Zoroark. This is the last moment of the game. They're 1-1 each. We are down to 7 minutes. So already that would already be overtime in a normal length game, a normal 50-minute game. They get extra time in the finals. Cerys is down to one prize. And Henry Chow managed to clutch it out and pull off the KO and actually get it. But Cerys was ahead for most of the game, like considerably ahead. If you actually go back and watch this, so it's about it ends at the 6:15 mark, starts somewhere at the 5:30 mark or whatever. Maybe not that one. Yeah, starts somewhere at the 5:30 mark. Anyway, regardless, go watch it. It's really entertaining. I actually thought Cerys was going to win. Henry Clow 100% clutched it, but it was very difficult. Very difficult for him to manage to do. And like you can see, Cerys is out of the deck here. So like it was really came down to the last turn. It was a very entertaining one. Go watch it. But it almost, like this deck almost knocked Henry Chow out. Like the Guardy Slayer almost. If this had have done it, I reckon if she was able to pull the win, super clutch finish by Henry. But if she was able to pull the win, I think she probably could have won it, because it does perfect into the mirror matchups. That's how she got here, by just like stomping on all other Dragapults and everything. So it's been a little. I like to talk in depth about these decks lists and stuff like that, but then I also like to show you gameplay. So we're already up to like 11 minutes or whatever. That's mainly the notable thing, yeah. Notable thing, Monkey Dory over the Dust Noirs. And if we have a look at a lot of the decks performing well, let's get another one. So there are 2 more Dust Noirs, but then look at all the non-Dust Noirs. More Dust Noirs there, but out of the top 8, you have 2 of each, which is fine. But then you go to top 16, and you're getting more non-Dust Noirs. You're getting 4 to 3. It's still a dominant deck. I mean, the deck's good. Like even with the what I would consider suboptimal with the Dust Noir, you're still getting good finishes, regardless. But you can definitely see Monkey. I don't know why it doesn't have a little monkey picture, but the monkey version, no Dust Noir, is definitely performing better, I would say, overall than the traditional Dust Noir build. And I feel like that's because it has a good Guardy matchup. This is a very recent Milwaukee one that just happened. But yeah, so that's basically it. And yeah, sorry, did I have a look here? The advancements. We have 2 Brock Scoutings now. Like, that's how good the card is. We're putting even more in. Can I even... I think I have to do some tricky shit. Oh, well, whatever. Screw it. We got more Brock's Scoutings. We have... I think we just have 1 more Dreepy or Cloak or something. I'm not sure what the extra Pokemon is. Genesect. Oh, yes. Alright, yeah. Obviously, Genesect. Genesect is another one. It didn't come from Cerys, but Genesect is another great one. Because if you put any tool on it, regardless of if the tool even works or not, put any tool on it, your opponent can't use a spec. We're seeing Genesect pop up into lots of things now. Specifically to get rid of the unfair stamp strength. And you are seeing a bit of that. People are starting to drop the unfair stamp again because of the prevalence of Genesect. It's just a matter of evolving. This is a card that like is probably going to come out eventually. Like if you see less unfair stamps, you're going to see less Genesect. It just won't be as strong anymore. But yeah, anyway, I've rambled enough. Let's hop into it. I wanted to make this video because sorry, the season's just reset. This is a side tangent. I hate this. Season's just reset. I hate this here. Like, I just don't bother grinding anymore. Oh, Jesus. I hit cancel, but apparently I'm launched into a game anyway. I hate that it keeps getting hard reset every single time. I don't know any other ranked game that does that will just straight hard reset the ladder. It's kind of annoying. It's why I don't grind anymore. I don't bother grinding for Arceus because it's like I'm playing lots of games at the moment. I spend time and effort trying to get it, and then it's like, well, what's the point? I just get reset back and have to go on the grind again, and I don't have enough hours in the day to be able to grind to Arceus every single time. But that was a tangent. Applin. Probably not the best showcase. Best showcase would definitely be we prized lots of dreepies. That's interesting. The best showcase would definitely have been to get a Guardi mirror, because I think it does phenomenal into Guardi. I think we just chill with this energy. I don't even think we play it. I think we just wait one turn, because we're not... so, I don't play much Dragapult, but I play against a ton of it. And when although this deck isn't the deck to be able to Oko in one go, but when I play, so I think it's fine in this matchup. When I play, I target down anyone that has energy, because it's so hard to get energy on these bloody guys. If you have energy, I'm gonna target it and then set you back tempo that's way. So that's a tip against playing against Dragapult. Go for, at all costs, whatever Dreepy has energy on it, because that's the one that's gonna struggle. Yeah. Oh, see what happens. I like this deck. It's well, obviously it's not a guardable matchup because we're low on the rank again. But I think the festival lead or whatever it is, festival something, I think it's sick. I think it's cool. It's obviously not like hyper competitive, but I think it's decent enough. And it depends what we get. Like if Guardi, like this deck might become strong if Guardi. Oops, I should have just rotated to put this bad boy up. Oh well. We can evolve and then retreat if we need to. That was the thing I was thinking about. I was like, do I put the energy on this to retreat? But I didn't realize they would be having a Badu. But that's probably just my bad, to be honest. Let's just try to get an energy to retreat, I guess. Monkey's good enough. Can I get anything to retreat me out here? I don't know if I can. I can do this though. Get this and this. That's my water for the turn. Play here. Honestly, I don't even know if my opponent. I think benching the two. I think benching the two Badu might have been not the best play. I don't know how much my opponent actually relies on items, you know. But it is what it is. We'll just wait for them to disengage, and then we can blast them with a fully upgraded Dracloak. It should be an easy matchup, this one, because I think this only, the evolution only has like 140 HP or something. Like if they Ichi-Pollen, I don't give a shit, you know. I don't know if it runs any alternate switching cards. Which one is it? I know Boss, Jack, Crispin, Tour. Oh, we have a Tour scenario. So we could potentially Taurus and let's activate. I misplayed by evolving that before activating. Oh my god, this is not great. I think we just, I don't know. Gives them more, but we need to get this thing out of the active and start KOing stuff immediately. Alright. That's pretty good. So we'll just tour a scenario this next turn and then just start wiping the bench with it. Hopefully this game can be over pretty quick. And then, yeah, we can go to the next game. Oh, Ogre Pawns. I didn't know they were in this deck. What you doing? You doing a little teal dancing? This deck relies... So it's such a cool deck. Like, you play the Festival Lead, you play the Thwacky. Thwacky can go get you whatever you want. Festival Lead means when this thing evolves, it gets double attack. Oh, my Tour scenario. Oh well. If I get an energy, it's fine. Should be able to get something. There we go. I got 2 energies. and a rescue board, and a tourist scenario. So we are perfectly fine. I forgot this was in there. I could have just Arven to do it. Fair enough. Forgot this thing. Well, I mean, I don't play this deck all the time. But we could have just done that. So, what are we doing here? We're just gonna rescue board. We'll put a Luminous on here. We'll rescue board this to retreat. We'll KO the Badu. Let's do this first to see what they promote. So, like, because, like, I think we do this, see what they promote, and make our decision from there. Because we'll KO the Badu here. I hate that it's always split up. I hate there's no option there. I love the game. I think PTCG Live is great. We got a boss here, so that's perfect for us. I think this is great system. It's really cool to be able to have a system like this, and it gives you heaps of free cards and all this stuff. Do I even want them to put... I'm going to do this as a bait. I want them to keep putting more bench Pokemon on that I can easily KO. I'm not even going to use it, because we know there's more... The other Dreepies are all in here. Let's retreat into this one. KO 1, 2, and then put double on here. Like, it's all over, yeah? But there's so much of this game that can be optimized, yeah? 10, 10, 40. Like, why does it have to split it up all the time? Why can't I just have the option for 10, 20, 30, 40 and just do whatever I want, you know? Boom, boom. 2 rises. Like, I said at the start, this matchup's super good. Well, not at the start, but I said a little bit earlier that this matchup's super good, because this thing only gets to like 140 HP when you evolve it. Here's the Artisan's bait. Don't really need the bait now that we have the boss's orders. But the bait worked, that they can get another thing. I don't know where their Thwackies are. Does it not even running Thwacky? Surely it runs Thwacky. There's the festival grounds. So the bait worked. Like, if we had one prize remaining, we could what we could do here is boss this Halucha 10-10 and then do a big old 4 prize KO this one. That's the sole reason I put the Artisan out for bait. But I mean, it's not going to matter because we got boss anyway. We just bossed it. Well, okay. At least this stage we can still get 2 prizes. The IO node. So, yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world. We go bam bam, and then there's the Diplin. Ah, it's 80. I thought it was 140 HP. 80's even worse, you know. How many Ogopons do you want, bro? I don't think they're good in this situation. Do the wave. 20 for each of your bench Pokemon. I think it does 120 as its max, yeah? So that's 100 plus 20. No, it just does 100? No, it only does 20 max. 200 max, sorry. Ugh, that's not great, eh? Especially with no weakness. Which is why... Alright, I got my train of thought back from before. The train of thought was, I think this deck might actually be okay if... Here's my prediction, right? So, Dragapult has been having a rough time into Guardy. We know that. Guardy is weak to Dark. Dark would mean that Roaring Moon comes back into the play to start bomb, which I actually want to play some Roaring Moon. It seems fun. Roaring Moon comes back into play to start bombing on people, and let's just play this. Finish it up. Roaring Moon, guess what that's weak to? Weak to grass. These things can OHKO a Roaring Moon. Pretty scary. So yeah, it's do I even want to do anything? Like, I just do this, and then do another 10 spread here. Like, I don't even think I even need to play these. I could Iono to, but like they could also Iono again. So if we go like the 20, and then yeah, it still just leaves these as 220s, it's just frustrating and annoying. Like, give me a little slider or just give me a normal thing that I can just pick what I want. But yeah, like I don't know what our opponent does in this situation. An unfair stamp and another Dragapult. Like, they got 10 on all of them. They got Bravery Charm, I guess, but like ideal play, I should have Iono'd that turn to try and get a boss back in hand or something. But like, whatever. There's no way we lose this game. Basically, we have Fire in hand. Dracloak becomes a Dragapult. Boom. Or even I have Crispin if I needed. Like, I could have searched for the boss, but I didn't really want to. I thought, just wait, you know. Because like this, I didn't know the Dragapult was in there, but I'm pretty sure I should have known. Maybe it was a bit risky. Maybe I just fluked it. I also could have Monkey Doried last turn. I didn't do that, but whoops. You live, you learn, eh? I was just too busy talking, and I'm frankly not really worried about this matchup. So definitely suboptimal plays were had. But yeah, anyway. I think this deck will be really cool in maybe like 2 months' time? Yeah, 2 months' time? Just depends on how the... Whoa. Don't know what the hell that was. It just depends on what happens, you know? What happens with the state of the game, state of the meta. Basically, my prediction is if Gardevoir continues to win tournaments, people are going to start playing it more. People will drop their Dragapults to chase the next best thing, which is Gardevoir. And then, good game, bro. It always feels like arrogant doing these things. But I'm just like saying good game out of politeness. Yeah, I don't care. It's like option to skip this crap. Boom. 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 And like, it would be way easier if I just had an option to do a 60, you know? You just go, yeah, 60, boom, whatever, skip all this nonsense. Alright, we'll go run another game. I wouldn't mind running into a Guardy, I don't know if it'll happen. But yeah, I think that deck, or a variation of it, I don't think I'd run so many Ogopons. I think I'd just run the normal Thwacky build, because they're all single prizes and super cool. I think that would be pretty cool. If we see the drop in Dragapults, the uptick in Gardevoir, then the next deck I think that would be good into that would be Roaring Moon, because I think that also has a decent Dragapult matchup. And then if Roaring Moon becomes prevalent, then the Applin or Diplin or whichever one it is would be pretty sick. A bunch of single prizes, just like blowing up shit across the battlefield. It does like okay into Guardy. You just have to probably run a bunch of counter catches and a bunch of like gusting effects to be able to pick up, because it's quite fast, that deck. Ugh, whoops. It's quite fast, that deck, so it's like, well, it should be. If you're not running Ogopons, I think the deck's quite fast. Ooh, is this Guardy? Like, it could be either. It could be Guardy or Dragapult. There's a Crispin and more energy. I think it is Guardy. Counter gain. What is counter gain? If you have more prizes remaining, attacks used by the Pokemon this card attached to you cost one less. Maybe it's not Guardy. They share such similar cards. Did I auto put that in? I don't remember doing that. We're gonna get set up here. Another one. A dark. Yeah. And that. With this, I think it is Guardy. But again, the two decks play such similar cards. I have no idea what it is. I'm gonna eat my words in a second here. What is it? Pidgey and Dino. What the hell? What the flip? Like, what can I do here? I honestly think I just pass. I don't think there's anything to do. I think it's perfectly fine to just pass this. Hope they don't IO me, because next turn I got a sick play. Sick. Let's Dracloak. Go draw some stuff and then Arven afterwards. That's good. I was thinking about Arvening for that anyway. That's why you draw first. And maybe a second Arven for next turn. Maybe just get a second Arven for next turn, yeah. We can get rid of the Ursaluna. We can just get that back with a Night Stretcher or something. Go get ourselves one of these. Just attach. Does it run rare candy? No. Alright, good to know, because I was gonna attach something else. I don't think my opponent can KO me next turn. What are we running here? What's our switching? Just a switch? Do I switch into the Dracloak now? No. I think I'll wait. What do I want to get with Arven then? Do I want to get anything? I just keep pulling the deck list because I'm not familiar with it, sorry. Is there anything I want to get? Like, do I switch into a Badoo? I could. Is that the play? Switch into Badoo? Probably. Let's grab switch and yes, we have rescue board for this as well. And buddy, do I want a buddy or just nest? It looks like there's only one nest in here. I think I want to save that nest. Sorry opponent for taking a while. Let's grab this and this. I don't need both of them. I shouldn't have benched both of them. This. Retreat. Get the Badoo chain rolling. And then next turn we'll start KOing. The power of the Badoo. How do you guys say it? I say Badoo. Some people say Badoo. Like dew. Like oh. Whatever. Fuck it. I know some people say Badoo or Bidoo. Some people say almost like Bidoof. They're like Badoo, like that, and I always get confused because Bidoof's gone. He's not in here anymore. He's not in the standard rotation. Let's play one more. This might be a little bit of a longer film, but I mean that wasn't really a showcase. I mean, we just popped out the Badoo and clearly they couldn't bloody do anything, so they quit. The power of itchy pollen. It'll get you every time. It's really quite frustrating. I mean, that's why we're running less items in a lot of meta decks now. That's why we're running the Jacks. That's why we're running the Ben 10s. Why don't I say Ben 10? Who's going first? I want it, and I decide to go first. We'll just pop this out anyway. Fuck it. We'll just put them all out. Opponents. I thought they would have had to mull there because they hadn't played anything. What was I even saying? I lost track so easy. Zation EX. It's my turn first. I'll just do this, and then I'll pass. Sure. Oops. I was a little bit worried about this. This deck is interesting. I don't think it has any real legs. The attacks used by Hops Pokemon do 30 more damage. Like, you can do some cool stuff, but I don't think it has much legs really, to be honest. What do I want to do? I put the Monkey Dory up or something? Or I just go get another Badoo? Nah, because I can just KO. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. It's good because it's fast. Like, whenever I played against a Zacian, I feel like they've been able to do this pretty easily. Kill for a rare candy right now. Hello, kitten. You're back again. What am I going to get? I'm going to get Crispin for a Psychic and a Dark, I guess. Transfer this over. But the real unfortunate thing is that I can't get Psychic and a Dark. Should have probably Ultra Balled first. Oh, I don't think it matters, does it, in this one? It matters for my Raging Bolt. Which one I put in the hand. So I was like a little bit like, what do I do there? But it doesn't matter for this deck. We're just gonna get ourselves a Cloak. Yeah, I benched the wrong one, guys. That was the mistake. Should have thought about it. Should have. I didn't promoted the wrong one. I should have promoted this one because this can just do 120 damage. Not great. I'm gonna have to bloody evolve and retreat, aren't I? It's awkward. Jacques, probably, I guess. Is the I already used the sport, didn't I? Yeah. Awkward. Awkward sauce. And I didn't even check to see which energies we have. Should have got the Arven. This is a big misplay one. Just put some damage on this bad boy. And call it a day. Huh? I can at least Juck for that, but I should have got the Arven. Should have got the Arven. Oh, but I already played my supporter of Crispin. I don't think it would have mattered. And this, I guess, is showcasing the biggest weakness I've found. I love it when it does that. Let me show you the card. It was a Matang. There you go. Biggest weakness of... Yeah, there you go. Always get the ones with energy. Attack the ones with energy. It's all you gotta do versus Dracloak. Biggest weakness of Dracloak is it's slow. It is quite slow. If you just get into this situation, very hard to lose, I would say. I'm gonna try. So I've done myself a bit of a mischief here, in that I didn't promote the correct thing. Oh, we do get a Crispin. And Crispin's what I have to use. I can't use anything else. I need to get a Psychic to put on this to be able to attack with it. Listen to hand. Psychic onto here. Because I want to confuse it. It's my only option out of here, is to confuse this, but he can just retreat and then maybe attack something else. Let's just put the other 30 on to... Yeah. Because this deck doesn't really have much card draw going outside of the Dracloaks. No card draw outside of the Dracloaks. The other thing... Yeah, so it's just slow. If you don't get the Dracloaks up, it's slow. And that's the big counter to Dragapult. So if you're having trouble with the Dragapult matchup, the thing is, you just have to be super aggressive at targeting down the Dracloaks and the Dreepies. Preferably a Dracloak over a Dreepy. Yeah, there you go. They can just win. Good game, opponent. There's nothing I can really do here. It was a misplay promoting that over that, but they got a flippin', what do you call it anyway? It didn't matter. Got a bosses anyway, so we were done anyway. Like, sure, I misplayed, but our opponent just was gonna win regardless. They had such a good opener. They got this. They got that. I guess I could have not started with the Badu. If I was to rewind, go for it. Like, this game's over. If I was to go for it, not starting with the Badu was probably the play. Because I was going first. I just didn't know what I was facing. In a best of 3, I would have started with something else, knowing how aggressive this is. And then Badu'd on turn 2. Because the thing is, this thing does rely a bit on items. You need to be able to get your energy out onto it. You need to be able to like find your Pokemon and stuff. Basically just chalks down to a I didn't know the opponent's cards, so I didn't know what to go first. I think in a best of 3 we still win this for sure, because we can. Because I don't think you have a choice to. Yeah, its attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. You have no choice. Insta Strike is the attack that this uses. You don't have a choice to not put damage on it. The Monkey Dory is gonna make it so that your Dragapults one-hit KO these Zacian EXs, which is why I think this deck doesn't have any legs. Because, I mean, that was just a best of 1. Like, yeah, I died, but I think I win every best of 3, right? You know. My opponent did play correctly though, so that is the biggest strategy you got to do versus Dragapults, whatever this deck is. You need to be hyper aggressive targeting down those bench Pokemon. It's the exact bench Droopies and Dracloaks. Go for whichever one has energy. Whichever one has energy, that's the one you bloody fixate on. You get that one that has energy, you KO it, your opponent's down a turn. Like, it's just that simple. Because these Dracloaks, none of them run like energy switches or anything. None of them run like energy switches, none of them run nothing. You need to be aggressive, you need to get the Droopy or Dracloak with energy on it. So if we have a look at other decks at the moment, well, I mean, these even as well. It's why these also run 3 Boss's Orders. Like, so many decks are running tons of Boss's Orders, and also even Prime Catchers, just to be able to get these Droopies out of the field, and Routes, because that's the other thing. Routes these days isn't even running. Let's go check the Guardies. What's up, cat? Once again, you're bothering me. Brent was at Milwaukee as well. Dude gets around. 2 rare candies. Okay, so a bit different. 2 rare candies. Are these new Dragapults running rare candies? I think running a rare candy is kind of a must. Look. Yeah. I don't think many of these run rare candies, do they? No rare candy here. The Dust Noirs definitely do, because they have this kind of staple. But yeah, they use the rare candy typically to evolve a Dust Noir. Let's look at a different one. Again, no rare candy. It's very greedy. But I guess in hindsight, not really. If no one's running rare candies, and you can definitely, with the Haluchas and all that stuff, you can definitely have fun with KOing a lot of a Guardy bench quickly and easily with Dragapult if you get it. I think running no rare candies is okay, but that's what you have to take advantage of if you're playing against them. Is just know that these guys aren't rocking any rare candies, you know? None of them want to do it. They're going bare minimum in the Dust Noirs, but none of them really want to do it with the other stuff. Look, is this the one I clicked before? No, it's a different one. Still, I can't see a rare candy in here. Let's go down here, 11th place. I can't see a rare candy in here. Like that, no, none of them are doing it. So just take advantage of that and be hyper aggressive. Hyper aggressive onto those Dreepies and Dracloaks. Start running 3 bosses in your list. If you don't have 3 bosses in your list, start running them so that you'll get them. You'll get them turn 1 going second. So you can boss up and KO that thing, you know, like run a Pelpat as well. If your deck doesn't need supporters for other reasons, like Raging Bolt's a bit hard because you need your Professor Sardas. You absolutely need them. If you don't have your Professor Sardas, you become one of the slowest decks in the format. versus other decks like the one we just saw. It doesn't really need that many supporters. Guardy doesn't really need to use its supporters, which is why they have a bunch of stuff in. Terra Box, does that even need to use its supporters? I don't think so. 2 bosses in most. 33rd. Rahul ready. did Old Mate run 2 Boss's Orders? You know, you could probably even consider bumping this up to 3 in here as well. 3 with a Pal Pad is not the worst thing in the world, just to be hyper aggressive. Like, you can, what do you call it? Where is it? Cornerstone doesn't really matter versus Dragapult. It's kind of awkward. But it is good versus Guardy. Where are we looking? Terrapagos. Yeah, you can ramp Terrapagos up pretty quickly. Pikachu EX as well. I never like these boxes. Never like them. They always do okay. They never outright win events. They're okay. Like, whenever I look at any box... I don't know what I just clicked. Whenever I look at any box, they always just do okay. A seniors division, that's fine. But, like, look at box history. When was the last time a box did really well? Johannesburg. Okay. Second. Alright, never mind. Ate my words. 4th. 3rd. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just not big brain enough to be able to run Terra boxes. Not big brain enough to be able to have a whole bunch of one of everything for every scenario. Like, 'cause that's what a box is. Let's talk about, while we're on this subject, talk about Joltik box, because it's called Joltik box. I think that's a cop out. This deck is just Miraidon with Joltik in it. Like, sure, we have one-ofs in here, but the old Miraidon decks were just like it's still doing this. Go and get yourself two Pokemon. It's just the Joltik replaced the what do you call it? What we used to use to get energy out, and the Joltik also enables the Pikachu. But like, open all deck lists. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I think that was this year. Rizzy. Like, just regular old Miraidon is also still running, you know, Magnemite, Magneton, one-off. Oh yeah, well this is last, before rotation. But you know, but we still got the same things. We've got Iron Hands in here. Okay, it's completely different because of rotation. But we used to call it Miraidon. We didn't call it Miraidon box. It's just Miraidon. And now this is suddenly Joltik box, apparently. It's just, I don't know. It's just still Miraidon. It's just you use a Joltik now instead of like all the other shit to speed up energy. I don't think it's a Joltik box. I think that gives Joltik... I don't know. I'm just nitpicking here. Like, I'm obviously just nitpicking. Like, it doesn't really matter what the fuck the deck's called. But like, everyone keeps calling Joltik box. And when people start, like, because I had played against this on ladder and at tournaments locally and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're just playing Miraidon. Whatever. We know how to play versus Miraidon. They're all weak to fighting energy. So we just get our Koraidon up and just start slamming face, you know? Take that 2 prize knockout for the 1 prize. But then everyone's like, oh yeah, Joltik box this, Joltik box that. I'm like, ask my mate, oh, what are you playing? He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to play Joltik box. I'm like, oh, Joltik box. Oh, what the hell is that? Because to me, box indicates you have a toolbox filled with a whole bunch of stuff that are good for specific matchups. Like here, we have Mew and Clefairy for Dragapult. We have this, we have a Pikachu to stall out, 1 Pikachu to stall out. We have this to stall out to get what we need. We have an Ogerpon, I think probably just for card drawing to enable the Noctowls. You know, like Terra Box, like it's got a whole bunch of random crap in it. Because it's a box deck. Because that's what a box deck is. It's a toolbox. It has a tool for every situation, you know? Like, that's why they're called boxes. Well, that's what I always thought they were called boxes. But now we got Joltik box, which is just like... It's like not a box. It doesn't have a tool for every situation. People just call it Joltik box for no reason. And, I don't know. Anyway, rant over. It's really nothing to get this upset about. But Flareon, while we're here looking at stuff, this is a deck I'm going to be making a video on soon. I think it's super cool. How's it been doing lately? Oh! Boom! Hell yeah. I first saw it in... Where was it? It was Atlanta as well. Jonathan Means. This deck was super cool. This is where I first saw it. Whoops, not Luke Smith. Jonathan Means. At Atlanta as well. Atlanta event, if you have time, if you have 7 hours of your day, 9 hours of your day, of course, obviously, like, it's more like 4.5 hours once you cut out every hour in between games that they run. Watch this Pokemon Atlantis. It was very entertaining, apart from the last match. The last match is like just Budu into Budu like 50 times. Anyway, I've been talking for too long. Gonna make a Flareon deck soon. I wanted to make a video on Roaring Moon as well, because I think Roaring Moon is an up-and-comer. I think the more Guardies we see, the more Roaring Moon's gonna just be sick. I think Roaring Moon with the Dunsparce is not good. I think the Dunsparce is a trap, but what do I know? Not much. I don't have any regionals to my name or anything. I think just regular old Roaring Moon with 2 EXs and then the Baby Moon, and you got the Poison Box thing happening. I think this is sick. I'm gonna do a video soon on this Roaring Moon. I'm gonna do a video soon on Flareon because that deck's super fun. And if you stayed to this long, congratulations. I doubt you actually would have, because most people leave within the first 10 minutes. That's typically how it goes. Well, actually, no, they skip over the deck review and then just go straight to the gameplay, and then they leave after a few minutes of the gameplay. But yeah, oh well. Have fun, everyone. Thanks for coming. If you made it this far, please chuck us a subscribe. I'll be making more videos soon. I like to make videos like this to cover the meta. And cover what's been happening recently in the Pokemon scene. Again, this video is showcasing Cerys Jones deck. I think it's freaking cool. I think it was really innovative for the time. I don't know if she made it, but again, I don't know who the deck creator is, but the deck that she ran, that's what I'm getting at when I say Cerys Jones's deck. The deck that she ran, I think it was really innovative. I think it was really cool. It definitely started defining the meta a bit more as a good response to Gardevoir. And as you can see with the... I've already lost it, whatever. As you can see with all the new ones, it's definitely pushed it into the meta. So let's just look at this again, if you're still here. Look how many are running no Dusknoir. You know, and then we go here, Sylvia. So let's go before Atlanta. So this is Atlanta. Tons more Dusknoir, yeah? Tons more Dusknoir. A few down here, a few gaps. Dusknoir, before Atlanta. Dusknoir, before Atlanta. Tons of Dusknoir. This is Stockholm. What are these ones running? Are they running Monkey, or are they just running... No, they are running a Monkey. So it looks like it came in a little bit of favor. Looks like it came in a little bit of favor, but then fell quickly out of favor. Obviously, people did not like it. And then, by the time we come back to Atlanta, tons and tons of people are still playing Dusknoir. Tons and tons. Almost all the top ones we've got Dusknoir. But then we just have a couple that slipped in. Boom, boom. That proved you don't need Dusknoir to win and be successful. And then we get to the next big event. We got even more. And then we go to the next one. Boom. Even more not running Dusknoir. Even more. So that in my head, just where I picked up on it, and I kind of like to think that other people also picked up on it about that time, it was the Atlanta. And I think Cerys Jones, her showcase match here, where she came fourth, that was the really defining one, because we had Tanner versus Andrew Hendrick as a essentially mirror match, not quite, but a mirror match. I think Tanner just got unlucky in his match. I think otherwise maybe he could have won it. Cerys Jones almost almost very so close, taking it all. Just literally one turn from every Chow. Managed to snatch it away and take the whole thing. But yeah, oh well. I rambled for ages. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to cut it. If you managed to stay this far, thanks very much. I'll see you later. Goodbye.